The topic of tonight is question and answer.
Yes.
And tonight, one of the many sessions that we usually have, the session of topics.
Yeah.
Okay, the session of topics we usually handle maybe finances, we handle love, we handle in-laws, etc. Today we decided, why don't we do a compilation of some of the questions that we get here and there during counseling.
During counseling, during one-on-one,
Yeah, inboxes, messages,
yes,
and all that. A compilation of the questions that we usually get during our interactions with you people.
Yes.
Praise God. So that is why the man of God is saying that we need to be interactive, because today is us asking the question and also answering, and you also giving us the answer. So we are going to be having one question and two answers. Two answers from us and also you answering also. So it's a time of question and answer on questions that are commonly hit our arena of day-to-day activities as ministers, as pastors, as counselors, etc. So today is question and answer. Question number one.
Question number one.
Question number one states, how do I handle an attractive spouse, one that's sexually off?
Come again.
How do I handle an attractive spouse, one that's sexually off? I think what that question actually means is the spouse is unattractive.
Sexually?
No, unattractive physically, and then sexually she's a turn off. Or he is a turn off.
Yeah, what do you think? How should that be handled?
Yeah.
My thought is, you should not just marry anybody.
Yeah.
Any person you're marrying should be a person that is very attractive, someone that you feel is connected to you, someone that you like, someone that you feel, this is the person that I really want. Don't just marry anybody. No, don't just marry anybody. So when you've married someone, and I want to believe that for somebody to ask the person is unattractive, the question is it from the beginning, the first time you met? Is the person that was unattractive from the first day? Because for you to get to a point you're getting married, it means at some point the person was attractive, the person was appealing. And so if they are not, then what has died? And if they are sexually turned off, I would like to know more. Are they dressing with wearing mabati when they're coming to bed? Or what really makes them sexually turned off? Yeah. But there's an answer to that.
Yeah.
There is.
For me, actually, that question, one thing I believe is for you to take someone in as your husband or someone in as your wife, there's something that pulled you to them. One point or the other, something, maybe their eyes, maybe their face, maybe their skin color, maybe how they dress, maybe how they talk. Something was attractive, okay? So them getting to a point whereby they are unattractive now to you, it means something has changed, all right? Either that thing has changed in your eyes as the person complaining or as the person posing the question, or it has changed in your spouse. Maybe they've given birth, na wakajiachilia, okay? Maybe they are not taking care of themselves like they used to take care of themselves. Maybe they have gone down in how they thought, in their communication, in their interaction with you. So find out exactly where that person has gone down, because I'm sure they were attractive when you were meeting them, definitely. So if they are no longer attractive and now it is affecting the bed, which now you're saying they are a turn-off, sexually a turn-off. Yani, there's nothing appealing with them when it comes to bed, when it comes to sex. Then now the problem is becoming bigger, okay? You need to dig out where the problem began. There is hope. As the man of God says, that's just a sick marriage. It is not yet dying.
Yes.
And it is not yet dead. So probably there's a disease that needs to be unearthed. Find out if it is you who is having very high scopes, or you've started having eyes out there looking at other women or looking at other men, or probably your environment is one that is giving you very high scope choices of women, and when you come home your wife looks like an old woman, so you're making comparisons. Find out where the problem is, okay? And if you find out the problem is not on your side, the problem is maybe 60%, 70%, 80% on your spouse, then go to them, okay? Tell them, I think you have really you're really not taking care of yourself. Since you gave birth, you're looking funny. You're not dressing well. You're not dressing your body well. You're not smelling correct. You're not thinking right. You're just bored. You're down and out. You're just in your own world. What is happening? This thing is affecting how I see you in the bedroom. Because these things can happen.
They happen.
Yes, because sometimes what really happens, life gets so bumpy, you know, ups and downs of life. And you can in the process of the ups and downs, you can lose your balance somewhere. So when you lose your bearing, your spouse shouldn't now start looking outside. That's not a reason for looking outside. It should be a reason for pulling you out. The work of marriage is pulling each other up. What do you think?
That's true.
Are you agreeing with me?
Yeah, I agree because
kuna saa mmoja atakuwa juu, mwingine ako chini. Ukiona mwingine ako chini, mvurute juu.
Lakini kuna pale wale pendi kuambiwa.
Don't go alone.
Kuna wale ufila we umeenda. The thing is this, in marriage you're not perfect. In marriage there are times, as she said, you will drop. There are times you'll sulk. There are times you'll go down. You'll just get lost. Then let your spouse talk to you. Always have this what I call open conversations, moments of truth, whereby your spouse has capacity or a space to tell you, the way nowadays you talk, you're careless. Or nowadays the way you are. There must be a place for open conversation. Now, if the way things are, you are feeling like it's affecting marriage, it's affecting your bedrooms, it's affecting your sex life, you need also to have a conversation about it. Very, very deep conversation. Tell them, my dear, I've discovered nowadays you're so relaxed on this area. I discovered you are turn off. You're no longer attracting on this area. You just do nothing about it. Talk about it in a loving way, not a condemning way, in a loving way. And then now your partner will get it, you know? Your partner will get it. And then from there, what will happen is you'll be able to solve it out. But don't use that as an excuse for cheating.
Yeah, because where that thing is going and how the question is posing, there's very high risk of going that way. And okay? If your spouse has already become unattractive and in bed they are not appealing to you, it is not good. The
possibility of you, most of the time, especially if it's for a man, most of the time there's someone. There's someone. And for a lady, someone is making advances.
Yeah.
And she's entertaining the advances. You know, somebody's showing, you know, and she's buying it. So that one is careful. If you still love your marriage and you would like to make it work, then what you do is work on it.
Yeah, there's always a place for picking up.
Yes, there is.
There is. Always a place for picking up.
There is.
Today is question and answer.
We are answering
and we are done with question number 1.
Yes.
Question number 2.
Number 2.
It states, my husband is so unreasonable. How do I deal with him?
Unreasonable.
Yani, mutu unreasonable. How do you call an unreasonable person? My husband is so unreasonable. How do I deal with him? That one is direct and straight to the point.
When you're dealing with an unreasonable husband, I believe that is somebody you cannot have a discussion with.
Yeah.
It's somebody you cannot have a talk with.
I think
it's somebody who is tough-headed. Somebody who feels is correct, is right. That's a reasonable person. Somebody who does not see things on another person's perspective.
Yeah.
That is somebody who is so unreasonable. The worst thing you can ever do with somebody who's like that is that you'll always spark off a fight. Once you know your husband is unreasonable, keep off because he'll annoy you. He will annoy you. There's a charm on when somebody expects you to answer wrongly and you answer correctly. When somebody expects to you pick a fight and you don't. When somebody expects the wakudhi and then you don't respond. that is to show you you have already won the battle. When you have unreasoning husband, even wives, there are those who are, that's unreasonable. Those kind of people, you don't waste your breath or waste your effort. They think they are right. There's a place they will fall. There's a place their eyes will clear. There's a place they will reach, and that's their unreasonableness ends. So, and you'll find they will track back their steps. But if you want your husband or your wife who is unreasonable to see things on your perspective, there are ways. One, give them their space. Just look at them. And as kwani uoni kama nasema kitu, just tell them, because you are very reasonable. Number two, tell them who they are. Just tell them where to discuss with this is an issue. What do you think?
Yeah, for me, I think it is very tough to have someone whom you can't reason with, because we are not talking about a child whom you can spank. We're not talking about a child whom you can punish or do something against them. This is a mature person that you should be sitting down in their little level of understanding, or in their much level of understanding, you come to a consensus.
Consensus, yes.
So it can be very extremely draining when you have an unreasonable husband.
It's hurting.
Someone whom should be your leader. Now kabisa unaona ujinga yake. Unaona? Because someone who is unreasonable is someone who can't directly reason with you.
But also we have women who are unreasonable.
Yeah, we have. But now we are answering the question, is this one has an unreasonable husband, someone who cannot reason.
Kichongumu.
Tuseme tu vile iko, unreasonable. Someone who can't reason, yani wewe utumia akili. You can't put your head together and think right or think straight. It's challenging. As a woman, if you have such kind of a man, enye ukweli uko na kazi mingi sana. And and all I can wish you is more grace, because marriage is about putting your heads together. Marriage is about more communication and reasoning. What do you think? I think so. Okay? And especially as the head, you should be able to be reasonable above your wife. Okay? There are situations that she'll need direction from you. There are things that will happen in the house that she'll need your help. Your, honey, what do you think? So kama you're unreasonable, it means the first thing is you cannot reason. Come to a point whereby wewe na yeye mnaelewana kiakili.
You can exchange minds.
In other words, uko na ujinga fulani. Unaona, either ujinga ya kujitakia ama ya kichwa ngumu.
Ama ya kuzaliwa.
Unaona, ya kujitakia, ya kuzaliwa, ama ya you know, you've just decided to be unreasonable, because there are people who just decide, well, I won't see things
the way you want me to see them.
The way you want me to see them. So that kind of a person now becomes unreasonable. All right? But at the end of the day, if that is the spouse that you have, for me, one remedy is don't bother with them. Because what they will do, as he said, they will just aggravate your anger.
Yes.
You know, kuna mali tu atakuchemsha na ndani. You'll wonder, why is this guy like this? Why doesn't he use his head? Why can't he see that things are going wrong in this home? Why can't he try to make things work? So one of the things you do to help and salvage yourself is just, you know, be in your own world yourself. Whatever decision you need him to come in and give you an answer or direction, and he doesn't give, go your way. God will help you along the way. Number two, you can seek help. Okay? Look for counseling, look for a pastor, look for someone who they respect, whom you can, you know, report him to or pour out your concerns to, and all that. Again, also, the unreasonability also can come from maybe amepuuza familia or amepuuza marriage. Like, you know, marriage is small. I have bigger things. I see. Yeah, so when you bring marital issues or issues that are a concern to you as a wife or concern to the family, they look at you with the eye of, do you know the things I have in my hands? What you're talking about is a drop in the ocean. So they minute you. Yeah. They make you little. This is what I tell men. When you leave work, okay? When you leave the office issues there. You can't compare marriage issues or family issues with office issues. Because most of the time they say, do you know the money issues I'm having? I'm having very big money issues. What you're talking about is nonsense. That time, this is family and this is, business. Or this is work. You can't compare both.
You can't do this.
Yeah, what is the point of you clustering everything all together and giving attention to the best of your ability? Because again, also unreasonability can get to that point whereby anadharau ndoa.
Amekudharau.
Ama amekudharau.
There are people, why they can't reason with you is because they look down on you.
True.
They see you, who are you to talk to? So also, these are people who also have a mindset.
Negative
mindset on you. And so there's a way, as in, let me tell you, if you are trying to make someone who is unreasonable to reason, you'll be the one who will end up on the pay, or being hurt.
Yeah.
You're the one who end up feeling bad, feeling, These people, the only way they learn is the hard way. And you see what? Anyone that is unreasonable, what happens is they are not far from their distraction. Something will make them learn. Matter of fact, when things go wrong and you have somebody who is unreasonable, they're the ones who make the thing go wrong.
Yeah.
So, as she has said, give them their space. Matter of fact, relate with them on a platform whereby we don't have to discuss serious matters with you.
Yeah.
How are you fine? How was your day? Good. Leave it at that. Because so that you can also guard yourself from being hurt, guard yourself from feeling bad about what you discuss. And I wish we never talked about this. So let them go.
Yeah.
Keep your side because
Yeah.
they will hurt you.
Yeah.
Keep
One
your
thing
side.
also about why many people again also aggravate the unreasonability. Kwanza, if one of them is using it knowingly, is unreasonable knowingly, it's because you've given them too much airtime.
Too much attention.
Too much attention.
Ignore them.
Yeah, too much attention. They know if they do this, you will spark this way. They know if they do this, you will react this way. They'll get all the attention that they need. So they they are using you as a doormat to toy around with your emotions and your feelings. Which such kind of a person is an abuser, an emotional abuser. Someone who cannot come down to a point of reasoning with you and they know what they are doing, they are really abusing you.
That's true.
Yeah.
So you let them go.
Yeah. Question number 3. What do you think about the questions we are discussing?
Talk to
peeping.
us.
Stop just peeping. Yeah. Let us get to hear what you think.
Yes.
Today is question and answer, and we want to hear your answer. Question number 3 is, how do I deal with my husband? He changes mood negatively when broke. Hey, how do I deal with my husband? He changes mood negatively when broke. Yani, uni mwanaume pesa inamsumbua roho.
Kama hana pesa.
Kama hana pesa.
Hana moods.
Kama hana pesa.
Hana moods.
Kama ako na pesa hana moods.
Kama hana pesa. Kama hana pesa, hana moods mzuri. Ako na bad mood.
Sasa ukisema hana moods unamaanisha ako sawa.
Ako sawa.
Ako na moods. Moods ni kumaanisha ako na moods mbaya.
Kuna moods mzuri, kuna moods mbaya. Moods ni mood. Like now I'm in a good mood.
Which one?
I'm happy. But the other time whereby people, okay, men have an issue. The ego of a man is wallet. The pride of man is his money. But you see, that should not be an issue when it comes to marriage. What should happen is in marriage we discuss finances. In marriage we talk about where we are at that particular moment. So when you're having a husband who changes moods, one of us, don't talk to him when he is broke.
Yeah.
Talk to him when he has money. Tell him what is wrong with you when you have no money. Especially when you realize he's in a good mood. Probably, he just got his salary, he's happy, he's dancing all over. Tell him what is wrong. When you have no money, your skin color changes. You're throwing tantrums everywhere. Kelele. Let them know that they change their moods. You know, because and then also don't go hard on them. Just come closer, come better. Make sure it's a lot of love, because at that point that they have a foul mood, what will happen is they can spark on you. They can vent on you. So what you do is, one, you can wait until the time is in a good mood for you to respond, or when he's in that mood, give him his space. Because you're the one who made the money to leave his pocket. Yeah.
Yeah. One of the things, sincerely speaking today, I want anyone that operates with highs and lows when it comes to moods is this world would be very tough if everyone entertained their moods. Negative moods. Yani hatuwezi ishi. If everyone was to come out bursting on everyone, because today I'm not feeling happy, today I'm feeling moody, today I don't feel like talking, see, this place would burn.
It will catch fire.
Just the feelings themselves, they'll just spark, and it will be like a bombshell in the whole world. So what I usually, another question I usually ask people who are moody is, when you're moody, that time, when you feel like you don't talk, you're rude, maybe you're careless in the way you're answering, maybe you're reckless in the way you're answering, or you're totally shut off, yeah? When you calm down and recollect yourself, do you expect to come and pick it up from where you left it?
Matter of fact,
it's selfish.
You want to pick it up with the person who may have been mooding on.
Yeah.
Moody on. That is so selfish.
Yeah.
And that is just being...
Because the thing is, do you think they didn't see?
Or they didn't feel?
Or they did not... How do you think they handled you when you were like that? And now that you're back to your normal moods, you want to come jumping like a calf, on them and expecting, we are going to pick it up from where we left it. No.
And let me say this.
So this is what I usually say, sir, that learn to balance life.
Something else
is... If you learn to give life the best of it, it will always give you the sad side of it.
And it is very queer for a man to be moody. Fine, you might be having your... Just tell her, for now, I'm feeling somehow. Just give me some time. Don't come to the house. From Domo, you're not eating, you're not talking, you're banging a door, you're answering with a lot of arrogance and pride. You're sitting there on your phone, you're not talking because today you just feel... What is that? That is not being a leader. A leader gives orders. A leader gives direction. A leader shows the way. You cannot be a man in your house and you're moody. Fine, something can catch up with you. Your wife comes and you feel you don't want noise. You don't want kelele. Tell her, Mama, please, there's something that's bothering my head. Give me some time. Or come slowly, Tulia. Let them know even if they're going to... But don't say, man, what is wrong with you? You're a man. I find it very ironic for a man to behave like that. Okay, fine. You behave like that to your wife and to your kids. Then to the same woman, probably you have talked to her badly. Probably you have answered her badly. You still want to go and touch her in the bedroom and make love to her. That's being so creepy. Right?
Yeah.
That's being creepy. It is unheard of. Wanaume mna watini tabia.
Yeah. Even if as he said that your wallet is your ego, what I usually say, and this one again also, this one is a question that was directed to a man. Okay, it is a question from a woman saying that the husband is usually very moody when he doesn't have money. Okay, but this one is what I usually, women naturally, biologically,
are moody.
Yeah, go with the way the system is flowing. I know we are people of the clock. Yeah, this is what I tell women. Whether you are pregnant or not, or going through the cycle of the month or whatever, your moods can be controlled.
It can.
You allowing your moods to control you is spiritual.
Ni akiro.
Ni akiro sasa hivi. Kwa sababu ingine, some are bad that they are breaking homes.
What?
Yes. Your husband can't just manage you when you're going through that cycle. When you're pregnant, you're all over. Your emotions are east, west, you're shouting, you're crying, you're doing everything. Are you mad?
It's pregnancy madness.
Yeah, those things can be managed. So is men. Men even kwanza wananga hizo vitu zenye si tunapitia. So for you as a man, your pocket, okay, we understand that your wallet, as you said, is your ego. We are not the problem. Or women are not the problem as to why you're broke. Matter of fact, if you bring moodiness, Bible says what? Lack of joy drieth.
Lack of what?
Lack of.
It said things dry up. Joel 1:12. Things dry up because of lack of joy. Because joy
Yeah.
is taken away from men.
Yeah.
Things dry up.
Things dry up.
Yeah.
That means even the more you're lacking joy, the more everything continues drying up.
The more broke you become.
The more broke you become. So vuruta mdomo kabisa. Kesho ukienda unakaukiwa.
Now let me say
No.
this. Those men that get moody when they are broke is because they have not been transparent with money. So they don't want to say that I'm broke. Because they does not know when you had money.
But sasa the wife now knows this because ana do. Because
Ah,
ako na do.
wengine watasema
Kuko na raha.
wengine watasema ati ni because ana pesa. Wengine watasema ati because they are pesa ana pesa. He has no mind, that's why he's talk is like
So
that.
the wife will read in between
In
the lines.
lines.
Learn to balance your moods.
Learn. Matter of fact, to be safe. Those are men. If you a man is crampy during when he's
Crampy, please take away that name. It looks very
womanish.
very femalish.
The thing
feminine.
is, those men who are like that is because you will know them when they ask for money. Kasi tu ni kunisha pesa. It's broke.
Ama ukipewa kawale tutoe pesa kashingo
yes,
kanafuata
lazima.
hiyo ni kushukuiwa na hapo utajua mtu mfuko sio
Pia haimaanishi kati kuna tuharibu.
Alright.
The thing is,
Yeah.
men, it is wrong for you to be crampy when you are broke.
Stop the name. Is
Bana.
it cramps?
Unapata jigi unaruka hivi you are behaving like a child. Alafu kesho unakuja, oh babe, because you just got 3,000.
Pastor Eric is saying, commenting on the third question, saying, aki pesa wewe, pesa tu ni sabuni ya roho. Ukiwa na pesa mtu usikia tu mzuri. Okay, so that's a man agreeing. Alafu ndio saa ile na hakuna pesa, budget haziishi. Hasira ya kukosa pesa saa zingine sio moods, ni uchungu ya ati hawezi sort vitu when you need to kwa mwanaume ni kama uchungu fulani, but don't vent out on people. True. I understand responsibilities can be heavy. Responsibilities can look on one person and you see that one person is the man. Okay, because now he's the man. He has to sort bills, he has to sort everything. So kale kanini, that's where now you manage your emotions. Hapo ndio tu aki tu.
Mwambie tu utaki kelele.
Mwambie enyewe ukweli ni right now I'm feeling very bad. I can't provide what even pia yoku nikushuka sana, but you have to be very, very comfortable to pour out.
Sema is your wife.
Yeah. Kuna wengine utasema hivyo utaandikwa nao mwaka mzima. So you have to be very comfortable also opening up to your wife that you're going through some financial crisis and she needs to understand. But let me tell you, when you come out to a good woman like that, now she will start managing with exactly what you give her. Hata makaa atapika nayo, imagine. Hiyo gas ikiisha. So what I usually say is, don't go around pulling mouth, overreacting, reacting, shouting, sleeping excessively.
Sleeping can be important.
Sasa unalala nini?
Si ndio at least umetafuta umekosa.
A little sleep, a little slumber, a little folding of the hands. Sleep is another top up of poverty.
But you see now,
like lack of joy.
But you see now, okay, Duncan is saying, tell the mom what? Pastor James is saying, men well broke ni moto ya kotea mbali.
Yeah, wakumbe, it's true.
Yes, that Pirik is saying, yes, that tell them it's creepy to be moody as a man.
Yeah.
Duncan is saying, learn to balance your moods. Men, tuko wapi? Tuko hapa.
La nini kubalance. And then, those that we are used to biologically and all that have moods is women. But nowadays, men are becoming very moody. Very moody.
I don't know.
And then
but I think also we have learned from the women.
Men wakikuwa moody, inakuwa sasa hata wanaogopesha kwa nyumba, watoto wako wanakaa mbali. You know, the house becomes scary. Not cold, scary. Children want to run away and all that. So me, I think everything can be balanced.
It can be balanced.
Yes. It can be balanced. Yes, things are tough. Things are not as you would want them to be as the man. Responsibilities are looking out on you, but you can balance your moods.
I agree.
Don't entertain that sour feeling.
Wow.
All right? We continue on?
Yes.
Question number 4.
Number 4.
I love the engagement that has started on on the responses. Number 4. This one is very, 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 very deep. It says, listen very carefully. I married a humble, understanding lady who has completely changed and become a spendthrift. Socialite, slay queen, on God lifting us. Are you understanding until there?
Yes.
I married a humble, understanding lady who has completely changed and become a spendthrift, socialite, slay queen, on God lifting us. I'm torn between hiding money from her as she doesn't work, just a housewife. But again, I feel guilty as she was there for me when I had nothing. How do I handle her? I've tried conversations.
Hey, the woman has changed.
Pesa imekuja.
Pesa imeingia.
Ananunua nywele baada ya nywele. Kibeti baada ya kibeti. Macho baada ya macho.
Anaweka pink, yellow, blue pamoja.
Mwavuli. Yeah. Ni kiatu ikitokea fashoni.
Tununue.
Ananunua.
Sindo wa kwanza kui-market.
But she was very humble. They started a very humble life. So the guy is feeling, do I hide money from her? What do I do? Again, he's getting that guilt of, when I didn't have, she was there for me. Kumbe, maybe ana enjoy pesa yetu.
Kwa ndio sikuwa.
Huyu atakufanya maskini.
Huyu atakumaliza. Anatumia vile anataka. Anajua my babe will have more tomorrow.
Yeah. She has become, the guy says, she has become a spendthrift. She's now a socialite.
What?
Yeah, and a slay queen.
Hasa hapa tuko na pesa za tujioneshe.
What do you think?
For me, conversation is necessary.
Yeah.
Put her on the table.
He has said down here that the conversation was handled. Okay? He said, I've tried conversation.
But it's not working.
Yeah, so amesema, how do I handle her? I've tried conversation.
Ficha pesa.
Miyake hata mimi mtu wangu.
Ficha pesa.
Hamwezi rudi kule mlianzia Misri. Haiwezi.
Hapana. Me I think apart from kumfichia pesa, the thing is have a limit.
Yeah.
Have a limit. This is the thing. Let me give a suggestion. Let's say you have a joint account.
Yeah.
In that joint account, have another joint account.
Yeah.
In that other joint account, she cannot withdraw. There is no ATM.
Yeah.
So it has only, and put a limit in the bank. This is how much that can come out in a month.
Yeah.
It can't go beyond this. It can't go beyond this in a per day. Those kind of limits are there.
Yeah.
Because the moment mama spend, atakumaliza. And then, talk to her about the future. If that goes like that, there's a danger. Anytime somebody is just spending and spending and spending, that is spending your future.
Yes.
So you need to be very cautious. You need to be, it's like somebody who just sees anything. Oh, there are people sleeping on the streets. You pay for them rent. Will you feed the entire Kenya? So there's a place whereby if conversation has refused to work, then what you do is put limits and let her know you can't go beyond this. If I'm the one giving you the money, it's up to this. What are the reasons? You're overspending.
Yeah.
Yes.
For me, that one, kabisa, you cannot stop talking. You've tried conversing, converse again and again. Remind her where you people have come from. If she was there when you were starting, remind her how you people lacked, how you people suffered, how you people were, sacrificed to be where you are. She was part of it. So aliona. Setu amekuja kapata pesa. So the talking has to be there. And then also come up with ways, of tell her, if we are not careful with what God has blessed us with right now, it will end. We need to be accountable. We need to be reasonable with how we spend our money. It's good to look beautiful. It's good to be current. It's good to have good hair. But there is a limit to, as you are saying, a limit to how much you can spend.
Yeah.
Si kila siku unanunua nywele. Something new comes up. You have, the whole bedroom now has turned to a makeup place. Probably because she's saying she's a socialite, a slay queen. So nikumaliza nywele zimebandikwa kila mahali na
akona makucha zinakaa hivi Dracula
na maantika 50 wa kushughulika na watoi, unaona. So she has someone who is cooking, someone who is washing, someone who is making the bed and all that. So the husband is getting to a point where by sasa maybe ameanza kuogopea kesho yao, or ameanza kuona this one now is now misusing our money. Number 2 and most important, let her go out and work.
Thank you.
He has said that the woman is a housewife.
But
so aski uchungu, what you're going out there to break your back over, she's misusing because she doesn't. Hey. She's like, hey, I suffered with my husband. I am going to join with him. It's okay, but please, this business from today is what will give us food every day in this house, is what will take care of you and take care of the children. Are we in agreement? I'm remaining with the mortgages, I'm remaining with the lands. Mine is big investment. Mpe responsibility. Awache kulalala hapo na kucha ndefu na nywele na mabawa za, you're just finding a kadoli in the house there who is just in a day maybe I spent 50,000.
Hey,
gone to quick match.
Awe kwa neno shabu kwanza.
Na hii economy yote
mafuta 150.
The guy is working, breaking his back, and when he comes home the account is just reducing. It's not funny.
I know.
It's not.
Look for a friend who has a vacancy in their office. Let her go and work. Mwambie asubuhi tunatoka and then pesa yako ndo tutatumia.
Pesa yako ndo tunakula kwa nyumba.
Let me tell you, atakupigia nduru the day you misuse it.
Yes, she'll style up. Right now she's behaving like that because you have babied her also.
And she doesn't know the pain you're going through.
Yeah, the pain of going out there and 12 hours you're somewhere thinking, cracking your head, working your back out. And then when you bring home, she wants just to feel like a baby. And again also, kwani you guys don't have an account that is
for entertainment?
Yeah, or for, there should be a demarcation.
Yeah, there must be a budget.
Yeah.
You must work on budget.
Huyu anafaa kupimiwa kama dawa.
Mpimie mpaka unga. Ukipita hapa na tukuli siku 3. Kama watu wale pande nyingine. Can say jina mtu yote. Mpimie mpaka unga.
Yeah. So I see let me see, someone has sent a message here. He's saying Anthony Bwana is saying sacrifices made together always makes a difference. And hata kama moods come, bado bond iko strong na Yesu anatawala. Love this topic. I think he's responding on the number 3.
Yes.
Number 3. Yes, thank you, Anthony. Pastor James is saying, slay queen, let the man be a leader. Hey, slay queen. Let the man be a leader. He is the head. When season of dryness come, atajua pesa otas. Lizzie W. Pirik is saying, to also comment on that, he can start projects like buying land or something and involve her as he makes the payments. Very, very, very wise. Eric Opi is saying, I agree with you, Papa. Limits. Rudia hiyo issue mpaka aone sense in it. For some ladies, they usually don't know where to stop when spending is triggered. So unless you become the speed governor, utakwisha. Shida uwa kwanza kama sio pesa yake na anajua atatumia, hata akitumia leo, kesho itakuwa. Mfunze kuchapa kazi ndio awache mchezo na pesa. That's awesome.
Mfungule nini?
Yeah, and this is a lady who at some point alikula shida. So labda alivao akasema the day money I will get you. You will regret why you came in my hands.
And you know something about women, Women are very competitive and they always want to be ahead. Yeah. So probably when you were going through that lack moment, she was seeing her friends doing this, buying new hair, these clothes in the market. So probably let her lopeleka to shop them. Kasema skuli bwanangu atapata pesa. Ndanunua kununua. So what needs to happen at that point is very simple. You just make sure that there's a limit. That you're seeing 10,000, it is not to be spent all of it.
Yeah.
Madam. Is extended eye. It's so extended. Unavaa for 1 year.
Au huyu haziwezi zinatokanga na maji.
Hakuna na zikitoka wekena glue. You know make us poor here.
Because of that is not adding a coin.
No.
True, you women kabisa there. If you're listening and is your husband who send that message, please, you need to handle your husband's hard-earned money very reasonably.
Yes.
With a lot of wisdom. When that man puts a coin in your hand, you need to double it. Make it a seed. Let it come back 100-fold. Let him feel he can trust you with his wealth of tomorrow. So if you're misusing like that, anza kukufichia pesa, and it will not be nice. Because at the end of the day, you began together. Yeah, you began together. True. And it's not good if he starts hiding. Yeah, and that is the guilt he's feeling. He's feeling, ama nianze nifungue ka account mahali kando na mwambie hivi. But now he's feeling the guilt of this lady was there for me when I had nothing. So number 5, thank you for your responses. I want you to respond to number 5. It says, my spouse has a foul odor.
What?
From her private part. My spouse has a foul odor from her. So that means he's a man.
Mama.
He's a man who has written from her private part. Help in capital letters. One is saying, see a doctor. Maybe she has an STI or an STD. Lizzie W. Pirik says, Ewo, I think it's medical. Patrick Kimandi is laughing. Lizzie is saying, Papa, wacha maneno. And Alpha is saying, what? My family. Pastor Alex says, it has been discovered that when you have such a situation, take a lot of water. All right. I think they should take notes. Sally is now becoming somehow. She's saying, she should see a doctor. Charlene is saying, when a woman is having a foul smell, she should seek help. Go see a gynecologist, since women are prone to many infections than men. Infections. The man should talk to someone who is close to her to help him talk to her. On vaginal cleanliness, and if it's spiritual, she needs deliverance from it.
Fire.
Thank you, Charlene. And then Edith is saying, hiyo inaweza kuwa ni demonic. Aki, I know of a friend alikuwa hadi anaoga na dauni.
Amekuwa nguo.
Anaoga na dauni. But by the end of it, alipata ilikuwa ni demonic smell, and she got delivered. Josephine Angaluki is saying, deliverance needed and God will change her scent.
But pia kuna wale ni uchafu.
Yeah. Okay. For me, I think it is 3-way. One, for that smell to be foul. I think the thing is not normal. For the foul odor, he's saying, is not normal. One, I think it could be medical. I think that woman has a very big gynecological issue that can be handled. Hakuna kitu gynecological that cannot be handled. Go and see a gyna, get help. Get help. That is one. Number 2, there are demonic smells. Demons are very foolish. They want to frustrate your husband and push your marriage into the gutters. So now they'll bring an evil odor on you. Okay, me personally, I've had a case he handled, and the woman, got delivered. The woman was just smelling, showering even at times 4 times, 3 times. That's how she used to shower, and still could smell. She came to him and he prayed, and the woman was delivered. Number 3, pia inaweza kuwa ni uchafu. Maybe that woman does not shower well.
Yes.
Yeah, inaweza kuwa ni uchafu, so we cannot overlook that. Wash your honeycomb well. When you're showering, that thing needs to be clean.
Lawrence Naga is saying it's a medical condition caused by unusual growth of bacteria. Let her try antibacterial soap and deodorant, but she'll ultimately have to see a doctor. Skin pH also matters. And that's related to food and genetics. It's a complicated problem.
So what do you think?
My take is that I still agree it could be medical. See a doctor. Number 2, change what you eat. Sometimes also these foods we eat. So it could be medical, also it could be demonic.
Yeah.
especially is foul, that is an agent against your marriage.
Yes.
Also, it was to bring shame on you. So you
kabisa
need
ki.
deliverance. You need deliverance.
Number six, the question goes, please, I need to hear your responses. He says, my husband is a pastor.
Yeah.
I found out that he's having an affair with a lady in church. On confronting the issue, I have been chased from church and there is no peace at home. Do I go to church forcefully? Why should you?
Do it again.
I repeat the question, saying, my husband is a pastor. I found out that he's having an affair with a lady in church. On confronting the issue, I have been chased from church and there is no peace at home. Do I go to church forcefully?
Wow.
I think that is a woman now who wants to bring Vita.
Yeah. That's very tricky.
Why have you calmed down now? Because it is a pastor issue. Now you're feeling the man of God or feeling the woman of God.
I'm feeling both of them.
Eh.
The man of God could be under temptation and satanic attack. The thing is, for me, this is the thing. No matter what happens, and most of the time, you'll find pastors' wives, even members, misbehave on this kind of thing. When something like that happens, what should happen is, at the end of the day, the work is the work of God. It's the work of God. The church is the bride of Christ. And there's no sinner or there's no sin that deserves the ruining the church. In terms of maybe woman, you come to church, you cause trouble, you slap the woman, you start pulling and fighting.
Because I feel as if that is her now agenda.
Yes.
Somehow.
You know? So when you do that, what are you going to do? You're not going to destroy your husband. That church is not your husband's church. That's the church of Christ.
Yeah.
Probably tomorrow you'll make up. But remember the souls who are genuinely there, who don't know what is happening between your husband and that woman. They have come because of the problem has brought them. The issue is this. Handle your husband at home. If you don't feel like going to church, don't go. You should not be forced. No, you should not be forced. You should not be forced at all. Your husband has no right to force you or anybody. But let them know. For me, I would say go to church. Not under compulsion.
Hapana, amefukuzwa.
Kama fukuzwa kaa nyumbani.
Amefukuzwa. See, that's why anauliza, does she forcefully go to church? Amefukuzwa. Ameambo kuje church.
But the question, kwa nini umefukuzwa?
Skia, question, let me read the questions that you understand now. She's saying, my husband is a pastor. I found out that he's having an affair with a lady in church. Okay?
She found out.
Yeah. Got it until there? And then, and on confronting the issue, I have been chased from church and there is no peace at home. Do I go to church forcefully? Amefukuzwa kwa sababu aliuliza.
Alihandle vibaya.
Hapana, si lazima. The man of God now is now defensive.
But you see, if she confronted it, how did you confront?
You can confront a thing and ask what is happening between you and sister so and so.
Yes.
Yeah, that is polite confronting.
But that's what I'm saying.
But again, also there can be the negative confrontation.
Yes.
But now the thing is, why should the man of God, the husband, tell her now kumfukuza church?
Because already he's guilty.
Yes.
And by the time the woman is going to church, by the time and the husband is on the side of the other woman. So that means
defense.
So he's trying to cover for himself.
Yeah.
He's trying to cover his shame. Probably he fears the wife might do something, maybe expose it, bring war in church. My take is this: you don't have to force yourself.
Yeah.
This is a matter between you and your husband. It doesn't have to go to church.
Yeah.
Matter of fact, even if you go to church, the question is this: with the situation now, is your husband really blessing this preaching?
Yeah.
So definitely no. You're bitter, you're angry. What you can see is that woman and other woman he could be or might be sleeping with. So the thing is this: for me, you need to take a break.
Yeah.
And then sort it out with your husband at home. And there's no issue. I will repeat this to every woman. There's no issue that is worth a fight. Nothing. Even if you catch him on the bed with a woman, there's nothing that is worth a fight. This is the thing. You will start a fight, it will become violent, it will hit you, probably will hurt you. So it's not worth it. This thing, I believe strongly, you can talk amicably as grown-ups, and then as you talk amicably, then come up with the solution.
Yeah.
But the thing is this: if they don't want you in church, don't go. Don't go. Because even you would be blessed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
For me, this is so sad and unfortunate that a pastor can really go that low, okay, on having an affair with a spiritual daughter. Daddy usually says that is spiritual incest, okay? You sleeping with your own father in the Lord, you are off. You sleeping with your daughter in the Lord, you are out of this. When did you stop looking at her as a daughter who has come for help, spiritual help, and started seeing her as a woman? That just tells your eye is very perverted. Number one, on the man of God.
That's true.
Number two, on the second issue of your wife confronting the issue, whether nicely or not, for me, I think she needed an explanation. You needed to have explained and said, O, B, O, C,
Yeah, I fell.
you
I
know,
was
this
tempted.
thing, you know. But you taking the matter now defensively and chasing her from church is making matters worse. Because people will notice that mommy is not in church. Pastor so-and-so is not in church. Why? So how will you explain that? Even him, as a man of God, is careless on the flock. If at all this is the second right-hand person in that church, and you can easily tell them, usikuje church, kaa nyumbani. Okay? That means even him at some point, he's reckless with that work.
Definitely he's reckless.
Yeah, he's reckless with that work. Number one sign of recklessness is sleeping with a member. Number two sign of recklessness is telling your wife to stay at home, not to come to church. What image are you
But
putting up?
But there are some who don't even care about the image.
What image are you putting up there? Number one. Number two, at the end of the day, you're not pastoring kids.
People will know.
They'll definitely put 1 + 1 together and realize could be there's something cooking. Though me, I usually tell people, it doesn't mean that whenever pastor's wife does not come to church, there is an issue between her and the husband. Sasa hata holiday haezi enda. You know, hata kuvisit another church haezi visit, maybe ameenda evangelism. Unaona? Because that thing now is usually now members are reading in between the lines. Hey, why has mommy not come to church? Could be they had an issue yesterday. Are you saying?
That, as you said, is not true.
Yeah.
Mommy can stay at home. Doesn't mean that there's an issue.
And probably she could also be having maybe a health issue that the man of God and the wife have decided not to disclose. It doesn't mean they are always having issues. But now this one is, there is outwardly to gossips, you know, that can go around. There's an issue with the pastor and sister so-and-so, maybe a praise team.
Holy Ghost fire.
You see? So that thing is very tainting for the image of a man of God. And that man of God should repent and change from his evil ways. First thing, stop that affair. Second thing, bring your wife back to church. Number three, to the woman of God, please, I am sorry and I feel you. And as a woman of God, you should not be going through that. You people should be the best image for couples and for young people in that church. But if you're going exactly through that, all right, don't force yourself in that church. Kama umefukuzwa and it is beyond your desire, don't force yourself. You never know. You might go there and they embarrass you. Okay? You might go there and maybe she's already sitting on your seat.
Hey!
Yeah?
Come for prayer point.
And now you're like, why did I just put myself in hot soup?
Yeah.
So spare yourself the drama. Okay? The reason as why you've been told not to go to church, swallow the bitter pill. Feel the pain. Look for another church there of a trusted pastor that you can go to. You know, have your fellowship with your God as you believe that your husband's eye will open. In the meantime, don't force yourself to go to that church. Number 4, and this one is to you, the woman of God. If at all this forcefully being chased out of church is because of your doing, you're known to be a drama queen. Please also you need to start handling matters better. Because labda anajulikana ni wangumi.
Wakelele.
Na wakofi.
Wakuvurutana nywele.
Na wakuvurutana nywele kwa parking lot. Yeah? Ndani ya service aende mtu akamngoe peace. No, if that is the reason as to why you've been told to stay at home, also you need to mature up and handle matters with a certain form of wisdom. There is power in silence. Someone never gets to really understand your next move.
The thing is, one, that's to the men of God. Never ever die for people.
Yeah.
I'm not saying it's wrong to pray for members. It's very important. But don't never put your wife second. When your home breaks, they will go back to their homes.
Yeah.
The one they get married. So, 2, men of God, what is that thing that makes you go for members? I know probably they are calm, they are beautiful, they look nice. But what is that thing? You have a weakness. Fine, you're tempted. Let your wife know. Anybody can fall. Men of God are not still.
Yeah.
They are human beings. They are flesh and blood. They see what other men see. They can fall. That is not a point to kill them on. But bring your wife in the. That is if you regret what you've done. Another thing is chasing your way from church. You have broken the church of Christ.
Yes.
You should not do that.
Kabisa.
Tell her this thing, I will handle it. Yes, it's true, you're fond of this, but where it has reached, it stops. Then I'm sorry, please, just come back to church. But don't make drama. Solve it away from church. Never bring home issues in church.
Yeah.
Don't. Men, if your wife has an issue from home, tell her, let me go to church, let me go preach. I will come back, we'll handle this matter.
Yeah.
And don't use it as a scapegoat. Handle it because she has feelings. Handle it.
Yeah.
Tell her this issue you're discussing right now. Okay, let's talk about it later. Then go to church, bless the people, come back home, sort the matter. 2, what is this thing that now has made you come to a point you're having an affair? Does it mean your wife doesn't satisfy you? What is the problem? What, could your wife be the problem?
Yeah.
And definitely, if you ask a man like that, they'll definitely,
They'll tell you the wife is the problem.
then look for counseling. This is the truth to the men of God. There's no man who cannot be tempted.
Yeah.
No man. So,
And even Bible says if you think you're too strong
to stand, be careful,
lest you fall.
So anybody can fall. But you fighting your wife, I've had those cases whereby a pastor chased the wife from the house and brought it. I know of a church in Earth River. Let me not mention the name of the church. It's a well-known big church. The man used to have brought in a guest minister, and then from here, Kasarani. And then after a while, he had an affair with that guest minister. She was a female lady. Until one day in the service, the wife was being told, don't come to church. Your husband, even the husband told her, don't go to church. Don't come. I no longer need you as the first lady here. She said, I will come. I was there when this was starting. One day she came to church, and the husband came to church a bit late, and came with that lady. So it was Mama's seat, his seat, then the lady was sitting on the left. And the man stood on the altar and said, I want to thank God for our first mother, and now I brought you the second mother of this church.
Wicked man.
What an embarrassment. So you don't need to take the embarrassment. Let it go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I see comments here from Beatrice Betty saying, this is the thing men hate, to be caught. Sasa he's not happy, alipatikana. Anything done in the dark shall always come to light. The lady should just stay away from church. Itabomoka peke yake. God does not like such, and he will deal with the cheaters. Okay. Eric Opi is saying, probably we should also know how she confronted the issue. Probably she went to church and brought commotion. In the heat of the moment, na mtu akapigwa kofi kanisani. Also, it might be that the man of God,
he's a man of God.
Man of God is guilty, and so he is guilty, and so to conceal evidence, put her far from matters church. Very wicked.
That's true.
Yeah, but Beatrice Betty is saying, hapana pasi, men don't like to be caught. They become very confrontational. Lizzie W. Pirik is saying, I feel both of them did not handle the issue well. They should have sat down and settled amicably. They should also be aware of schemes of the devil. This one is saying, is money matters now. This one is saying, lately I noticed we are hiding money from each other.
Tunafichana pesa.
Hawa nao ni pesa. Lately I noticed we are hiding money from each other. It's causing financial strain in the house. How do I handle this matter? Lately, I noticed we are hiding money from each other. It's causing financial strain in the house. How do I handle this matter? Now, probably I think what she's saying, it's causing financial strain. Huyu anangoja huyu atoe pesa.
Huyu atoi. Yukia ngoja.
wewe nangoja wewe kwani uoni watoto hawana uniform hata wewe si pia mimi sina pesa you know the issue now is becoming kutupiana maneno guy marriages
have issues. What do you think they should do?
Well, others foul smell, others is money, others is being chased from church. What is all this?
Yeah, so you find, I would like to know what you think.
Yeah.
Wanafichana pesa.
Yeah.
The man, instead of removing 5K, he's removing 2K.
Yeah.
The man is removing 1.5.
Yeah.
And the bills are not yet met.
Yeah.
What do you think should be done? My take is, let's have, if kama tunafichana pesa, it means there is financial mistrust.
Yeah.
I don't want you to know what I have. This is an issue.
Yeah,
they have a
financial
financial
issue.
So what should happen is very simple.
Yeah.
Let's have roles. Especially if both are
I
working.
usually say that will work.
Let's have roles.
Yeah.
Wewe mambo ya chakula, nyumba, kila kitu ni wewe.
Na vile wewe na watoto mnavaa ni mama. Me, I'll handle the major.
Wani kama hiyo mama ampoa bili kidogo.
Aja unajua at the end of the
chakula
day.
nguo za watoto. Kwani nguo atatoa kila siku.
No, nguo anunui kila siku, ananunua monthly. In other words, watoto wasiparare. Hiyo ni responsibility yako. Na wewe pia jiweke usiparare. Namba 3 let me tell you, the food right now, ukipewa bili ya food. Hey, umeumia.
The woman should handle plus the man. The man does not
wewe, the man kwani yeye pesa yake
itakuwa shamba.
Sasa ndiye ataanza kuona kununulia masleku ni nywele. Hapana.
If a woman is hiding money, she has a buy agenda. As a ploti mahali Kasarani.
Sasa unaona at least yake ni ya kujenga ploti.
Kwani wanaume
ni ya kuserereka.
Hapana, no. What do you think should ma'am?
Parting.
No, what do you think should happen?
Most of the time if you see women hiding money, they have realized their husbands are irresponsible financially.
And if you see a man hiding money, the wife is either a policeman, a controller, financial controller, anachunguza, or a spendthrift.
Yeah.
So there must be a reason.
Yeah.
What is the solution? Talk to us. What do you think should be done? My take is, let's have responsibilities. Why am I saying that? Most of the time, I have this belief. The man should be in charge of everything.
Yeah.
But that does not mean there should not be a transparency.
Yeah,
financial
transparency. Yes.
But now the thing is this. Kama na munafichiana, let's just go on the table. Let's agree what you'll handle and I will handle.
Yeah.
And there's nothing like I was not able to. Yes.
Unless that I was not able to is very genuine.
How do you know it's genuine?
Kama mtu amefutwa. Kama mshahara imeingia late.
Ako na saving.
Unaona. So for me, I think as you type in your response on those two, they've realized that they are hiding money from each other. Number one, kabisa, that should not. I believe.
That should not be.
Yeah, I believe if you can be naked before each other, money is just paper.
Wait.
Okay.
Some people, money is why I'm in this marriage.
I'm telling you, and to some people, money controls their life.
There are people who are in that marriage because of money.
Yeah. So, but to look at it and to see it on a very genuine ground, sincerely, money should not be an issue.
It should not.
It should not be an issue. If you people share bed, share other things as a couple.
Toothbrush.
Yeah, you. Let me ask, by the way, can you share toothbrush? Tusiende medical kwanza, because if we go to the medical. Lawrence, can you share toothbrush
with your wife?
With your wife or with your husband?
Yes.
Me, I find it very ugly. It's not.
Can you share toothbrush?
Yeah. So my thought is this: if you want to magnify money, okay, you can magnify it very, very. It becomes a god to you, and that's how many people now in marriage, especially men, have magnified money to be even bigger than the wife, bigger than the family. So when there are financial issues, hautaijua. Because huu ni mtu ameficha pesa, huu ni mtu ataki ujue kama amepromotiwa salary increment. Unaona? So mama akijua hivyo anajua, so now you're trying to be smart. Wacha watoto waumie. Unapata hakuna skari, kaskari kanabaiwa kwota. A family that is very capable. So that kind of thing shouldn't be there. Let there be. If you've noticed that lately there is tusirisiri kwa kipesa, why don't you be the wise one? Yeah?
And say it.
Yeah, put things on table, say my husband or my wife, I realize that nowadays you're hiding money. You told me that you earn 50,000. where does 50,000 go? Me, I earn 100,000. Let's be financially transparent.
Let's put the
Nike
pay
cut-
slips.
yeah.
Don't take the word.
Yeah.
Take pay slip.
Yes.
It's like many 40 and 70.
Nike kata. As Zaddy has said, let's go bill wise. So that I make you, force you to become responsible. Yeah? Let's go half. I will handle food the whole month. I will handle kids and I will handle myself as the wife. Wewe una handle nini? Shamba. Wewe una handle nini? Yes.
Shamba unukila mwezi.
No, we are saving up for our tomorrow house.
Yes.
Our retirement, yours is bigger.
You can be
and then
saving
you pay rent and then you pay
20K.
school fees. Full stop.
You can be saving 20K.
Yeah, so what do you think concerning
Edith
that?
is saying,
yeah.
if you see a man hiding a money, it's because the man is very stingy. Edith is saying,
Yeah.
if you see a woman hiding her money, it's because the man is very stingy.
Aki, si uongo. The man is very queer when it comes to handling the money. Lawrence is saying you should hide your money when you notice that each time you count, you get a different result. Guys.
Yeah, Lawrence.
Hey, hi, Lawrence. Yani you're advocating for people to hide their money.
That's what made my day.
I think this is real. Oh my God. Edith is saying, toothbrush. Labda toothpaste sour. Okay, so she can't share it. Pastor Eric is saying, hapo kwa toothbrush nayo hapana in capital letters. Naweza tapika the whole juu ya ngo.
May I think it's possible.
Hey! Okay, Aki wei hapo hapana. Liz is saying a big no. I can't share toothbrush. It's too personal. Thank you. Lawrence is saying, Dad, sharing a toothbrush is quite hard. Your mind will not give you peace, though you may do it. Mm-hmm. Pastor Grace is saying, hi, Papa and Mama. Yes, I can imagine. This one is another one. You know, she's one of those people who can do that very well. She's saying, hi, Papa and Mama. I can very comfortably share toothbrush with my person.
Even me, see, you know, she washes it, then I use it. If you can kiss her or kiss him, then you can share toothbrush.
All right. This one is saying, my husband is the know-it-all type. He's the know-it-all type, always right, and turns table over every challenge. She even doesn't ask the question. She says, I'm tired.
Come again.
My husband is the know-it-all type, always right, and turns table over every challenge. I am tired.
That can be very tiring.
Mjuaji wa soko.
Anajua kuliko mtu ojuaji.
Na ikikuwa inakuwa ni wewe. You are the cause, you are the reason, you made me do it, you know, like that.
Those kind of men have a problem. They have issue with self-esteem. They have issue with the identity crisis.
I think they have an issue with the brain.
They have they are jujui. They don't know themselves. They have an issue with the ego. They are proud.
Yeah.
Those ones can kill you. They can kill you. Why? Because they are for the idea of they're always right.
Yeah, they're okay.
Anyone that is always right is always wrong. There's nobody who is always right.
No, are you an angel?
Are you God?
Yeah.
So you cannot be always right. It can't happen. Anyone that is always right, that person is always wrong. So when you have a man like that, you are in trouble. You are you're in a bad place.
She's saying she's tired.
When you're tired, there are three solutions.
Yeah.
First solution is just keep him off.
Block.
Let him feel you've blocked him. Block him in your mind and block him in your heart. Whereby,
As
Quingie, there's nothing he will ever say or do. Matter of fact, he can do something and just smile.
Do you know, I've realized that it's not easy. There are people who struggle with that.
Yeah, they are.
But I think you have an issue with self-love. If you struggle with blocking someone who is hurting you. Ujipendi. I think you have an issue with self-love. Pia wewe uko na issue ya self-esteem. Because you can't allow someone trample on you as if you've become a doormat. At the in, out. Use you as tissue paper, and you know, every issue that comes on table, you are the one.
And you see, those kind of people are so bad because they feel as if them being with you is a favor you're doing to them.
Yeah, and
they are doing to you, sorry.
And then there are others who will even make it worse. They have this thing of crying.
Who?
The issue when now things now turn to them. Oh, you don't even feel me crying.
A man is crying.
A man, I'm a woman. Now I'm taking it out of the bigger part. Yeah.
The thing is this: those kind of men, especially their men,
get
ready. They'll frustrate you.
Yeah.
They will frustrate you.
Ever right.
They are ever right. Now they should know. Now this is how you do it. Let them know they are never right all the time. Number 2, love yourself to an extent. It becomes number 4.
Number.
Love yourself.
Numberless.
If you have kids, love your kids. Number 3, removing from the equation. Removing from equation. What do I mean? Number 1, if it's the one solely providing, look for a job.
Yeah.
Make sure even you can contribute. Sometimes that is sponsored by him knowing that there's nothing you bring in this house.
Yeah.
So look for something to bring. Now don't take the issue of I don't want a working wife. That's a man who wants to imprison your life. What you do is this: look for something to do.
Yeah.
Make sure also you contribute. And number 3, this one I will tell you, even if people might feel it's wrong, walk out. Never live with someone who feels they're doing you a favor. Let me tell you, if you love yourself enough, nobody should trample on you. Mwache. Sana fina anajijua. Mwache hapo. Why? Because if you stay there, they're always right. They feel they're always correct. What they will do is they will keep on hurting you.
Yeah.
They will keep on hurting you. They will do things you can't question them. They will do things that will hurt you, be in pain. You get acidity. You get hypertension.
Yeah.
And if you die, they will marry somebody else to stress. Yes.
Absolutely. I think one of the unfortunate things that can happen to any woman or any man is marrying someone who can never say sorry, someone who can never see they are wrong without turning the issue on you.
Turning tables.
Yeah, turning tables. And if that is the kind of person you are with, that one is a know-it-all, they are ever right, then I think the best thing to do is realize that like you're in this thing alone. Okay? Because someone who wants to work things out will always want to see where things have fallen short or where things are going wrong. And being in a marriage, there is always a two-sided story.
True.
Hakuna time itakuwa mtu mmoja ndiye akafanya. We kwani ufanyangi?
It takes 2 to tango.
It takes 2 to tangle completely. It takes 2 for something to go east or west or like somehow. In marriage, especially if you're the 2 of you, something, if at all you have been pinpointed to be wrong, sit down and analyze. Why am I being told I'm wrong? Don't turn the tables equal. Now you're the one who made me. Okay? People who have such an issue, one, are people who have a character issue. Because they think they are superior to other normal human beings. So ni mtu akona character issue. I'm good. I'm the best. I'm handsome. You know, I'm to be reached out to. Your own problem is bigger than you. So such kind of a person is the only way you can save yourself from it. You have talked, you have complained, you have, maybe gone to an extra. Block them. Make sure they never get to you. Okay, and I want to tell someone who has an issue with blocking people who are hurting your heart. If you have an issue with that, you yourself has an issue with self-esteem. Because self-esteem, the first thing you do is self-love.
Yes.
Love yourself above everything and refuse for anyone to make you their doormat. And such kind of a person is a person who now has decided to trample on you without caring about your feelings. Okay? Don't be tired. No? Turn this thing around.
Yes.
Don't pack your bags yet, but just turn this thing around onto your favor.
And if it's not working, let me tell you.
Yeah.
Marriage is very good, very, very nice. Marriage should be. You see what? Marriage will never work if you're working it alone.
Yeah.
Marriage takes 2. And so because of that, you need to find your own ground.
Yeah.
All right. We believe you've been blessed.
Yes.
We thank God for you for following us, being with us, you know, and having this program with us. Every Tuesday we sit on this couch, me and my wife, my friend, my partner in Christ, and my partner in crime, and we discuss this thing called
marriage.
We strongly believe that marriage is good.
Marriage works
If only
you work it.